Hello and welcome back to more Overwatch Hero Guides. Daniel Dwyer here with Chris Waters. Chris, mercy, mercy, mercy me. Tell me about caduceusness.
Heroes never die.
They don't if Mercy's on the battlefield.
Oh, Mercy is on the battlefield. She is healing. You are healing the tank. You're healing. You're a healer? Heal.
Great, wrap it up. We're done. Mercy reminds me of the Doctor from Team Fortress 2 in that her power is almost entirely based upon making sure someone bigger than her is always alive.
Absolutely. You are the one who is keeping your tank alive, keeping that Reinhardt on the point, topping off all the little offensive heroes that come back from their flanking runs, desperate for a little boost. And so, you know, naturally that makes you a bit of a target.
So thankfully you have a weapon at your disposal to make them targets too.
You do. You've got a little pistol, and that thing can do some damage, and especially if someone's running up on you, if you get flanked by a Reaper, which is likely to happen, you land a couple of headshots, you stand a chance of winning that fight. But you're not trying to pick a fight as Mercy. You're trying to stay alive, stay out of the main line of fire. Fortunately, your staff does. Once you hook it onto a character, you can do it like around a corner. You can be a good distance away. Plus, she also has the Guardian Angel ability, which is a real big help in terms of mobility and avoiding getting murked.
So that basically means that you sort of attach to whoever you're healing, right? You can kind of float around. Tell me a bit about her movement, how it sort of differs from other heroes.
Her movement is dependent on your allies, because it's only going to kick in if you're looking at one of your teammates, and then she's going to fly to that teammate. Even better if that teammate is on an elevated position. If it's Pharah flying around, then you can get up there, and she's got this thing called Angelic descent, which allows you to, once you're airborne, slow your descent so you can kind of be in the sky, you can sort of be floating around. All of these are really helpful in terms of mixing up your movements and trying to stay out of the way of Widowmaker's sniper attempts or anyone else trying to give you trouble.
So, okay, I'm a healer, right? There's a bunch of other heroes there on my team. Who am I supposed to be healing?
You're going to spend most of your time healing the person that's taking the most damage, and most of the time that's the tank. You know, you want to switch off the tank occasionally to top up the heroes with smaller health pools, but usually your tank's going to be absorbing a lot of damage. You want to be putting that health back into that tank. Now, keep in mind, Mercy also has the ability to boost her allies' damage. So if you're in a fight and the health situation is sort of stabilized for the time being, throw a little damage boost on one of your offensive powerhouses, on a Junkrat, on a Soldier 76, on someone who is doing damage at range, because that extra little boost that it gets is really going to cause trouble for the other team. They're used to taking a few bullets from Soldier 76 and it's cool, but if it's damage boosted, then all of a sudden, it's not so cool for them.
I'm guessing, though, by default, you should be healing, kind of like Lucio with his speed, right? Like, always be healing, but like this is kind of an added boost as long as everyone's topped up.
Absolutely, yeah. Focus on the healing, and you are going to be fulfilling your role just fine.
All right, let's talk about her ult, because the amount of times I have almost won games only for Mercy to resurrect everyone, I don't even want to talk about it. Resurrect, tell me about it. When should you use this? Whenever you get it, or wait and kind of have it in the pocket?
I feel like this is one that you don't pop every time. You know, you're not gonna, if you're pushing the payload or something and your Mei goes down, you don't need to bring her back immediately. If you have a couple, if you have 2 deaths, 3 deaths, that's when you want to be using your Resurrect, because it's so powerful. And it also is one of the slower charging ults. It takes a while to get it, but it makes sense because it is just so valuable. It can totally turn the tide of a match. Big Resurrect is, like you said, just a huge game changer.
Massive game changer as a character as well, which is why you kind of want to keep yourself alive. Last point on this, Chris, who are the people, if I'm playing as Mercy, that I should be staying the hell away from?
I mean, your usual long-range problem makers. Pharah, your Widowmaker, they are going to want to mess with you and really take you out, because a smart team knows that, all right, we can damage the tank all we want, but if that damage just keeps getting healed, that tank's just going to keep coming. So you also need to be keeping in mind, people are going to try to flank you. Reaper and Tracer are big danger to you. So that's when you really need to keep an ear out for footsteps. Reaper has some heavy footsteps because he's a big threat, so if you hear those coming, use your ability to fly to another teammate somewhere else and stay out of harm's way.
All right, that's how you play Mercy. For more tips on Overwatch, how to play every one of those heroes, stay tuned to GameSpot.com.
Heroes never die.